Alright, so this has been by far the busiest and most hectic week in Rockstar Games history, I would say, with Sunday being the GTA community going crazy thinking GTA 6 was teased at the Super Bowl, which wasn't real, to Dan Houser leaving Rockstar Games, one of the 3 head honchos who started Rockstar and wrote every single Rockstar title. Big blow to Rockstar right there and to fans of the series, even though I don't think we have anything to worry about. If we do, it's not going to be for a very, very long time. So, welcome to the channel. If you are new here, I'd encourage you to subscribe and give the video a thumbs up if you do learn something new. Basically, what we're doing today is wrapping up this week in GTA 6 news with a GTA 6 location leak allegedly from Sam Houser. Not Dan Houser, who just left Rockstar Games, but his brother Sam, who still works for Rockstar Games. So, back in 2013, an alleged document came from Sam Houser detailing the location of GTA 6, going back to Miami, checking out Mexico City, a snowy city, and very detailed interiors in small towns. Now, this was recently brought back to the light by a YouTube channel named The GTA Expert, who you can find linked down below in the description for a more detailed synopsis of all of this, as well as Take-Two Interactive in their most recent quarterly earnings call. Their CEO, Strauss Zelnick, said that within the next few months, expect some information from some of their biggest franchises. And I would guess that some of their biggest franchises might be Rockstar Games and Grand Theft Auto. He also went on to say that within the next few years, we're going to have some releases from some of the biggest franchises, which we can definitely guarantee will be Rockstar Games and the Grand Theft Auto series. So to start things out, we've got a leak from 2013, way back in 2013, that didn't see the light of day until around 2016, 2017. Before those years, well, this leak had been seen by very few people, but the very few people that had seen this leak were very reputable people within the community when it comes to leaks and things like that regarding GTA and GTA 5, GTA Online, and all of that. So Yan2295, former Rockstar Games insider, actually posted some of this. It was actually obtained by Raised, and he also shared this with Fun MW2 or Tez Funds, Ash735, and another user named Mega. So that's about all that had seen this document up until 2016 and 17. And what's interesting is it gave information on future titles. And like I said, this came to the public spotlight in 2016 and 17, but it came to these leakers' eyes in 2013, and in that time period from 13 to 16 and 17, nobody had really seen this. So, with that said, on this document, it talks about GTA 5 full production nearing the end. Like I said, we're in 2013 here. RDR2 full production starting, which is really, really interesting to think that that's when that was starting, way back in 2013. It's been said before that RDR2 production started right after RDR1 released in 2010, but as it says here, the full production started around 2013, and it was codenamed Project Remorse, which is pretty cool. Next GTA pre-production is also mentioned. Unannounced and unleaked game pre-production, GTA 5 DLC number 1, Alien War, DLC number 2, story-based, and DLC number 3, Zombie Apocalypse. So, essentially, for those of you who don't know, GTA 5 was originally going to get a single-player DLC, but because of online's massive success, the single-player content was seemingly just pushed towards online. That's the reason that, for instance, we got the Doomsday Heist, which answered all the Mount Chiliad mystery stuff going on, the jetpack, we got the casinos and online. All of the stuff that was meant for single-player went to online because, like I said, nobody expected online to do as well as it has and break all these amazing records. Now, it's also stated that in 2011, the following projects were shelved: Bully 2 and Agent. So as we know, in kind of Bully 2's life cycle, it was shelved originally in like 2008, brought back, recreated, then it was shelved again in 2011. Same thing for Agent. That game has been in development, quote unquote, since like 2003 or 4, and as of 2019, it was pretty much canceled. So those two games were shelved so that all of the developers in the team could focus more on putting out GTA 5, polishing up that game and finishing it, because we were in 2011 at this point, just around a year and a half to 2 years before GTA 5 released. So with that said, it's interesting to note that this whole document and everything that was on here is allegedly from Sam HOUSER. He is the author of all of this, which is, like I said, is crazy. And don't get that confused with Dan HOUSER, who just left Rockstar Games. Dan wrote pretty much and co-wrote every Rockstar title. Sam is more on the business side of things, but obviously he's involved with this kind of stuff as well. So how this person got this information from Sam HOUSER allegedly, or Rockstar Games, is unbeknownst to any of us, but Raised, the person who originally got this document and leaked it out, went on to say that since the cat's out of the bag, he got it from me. I obtained it back in 2013 and shared it with Funds, or Fun MW2, Test Funds, Ash735, and Mega. I do not wish for any of these people to leak it. I used to have tons and tons of more stuff like Liberty City V map model and some RDR3. It used to be referenced as 3. That's Red Dead Redemption 2 that he's talking about, because Red Dead Revolver, RDR1, and then RDR2. Technically, it's RDR3. Anyways, RDR3 model assets. But I lost everything for unrelated reasons I had no control over. There was a big part of me that would love to share the full details and talk about all the crazy stuff I had, but I'm still under federal investigation for unrelated reasons and must protect myself. As for who wrote the notes in that document, haha, let's just say he's a top dog at North. So, allegedly, like I said, it's Sam HOUSER, but for legal reasons, this man, Raised, was not able to tell us everything. That's why he didn't want this to see the light of the day, or light of day, because we know Rockstar is very strict when it comes to leaking things. If it's real, you're going to get sued, federal investigation. I mean, this is a huge crime. Rockstar's got the money, time, lawyers, all that, so you really don't want to mess with them. So, anyways, what's also interesting and kind of broken down from the top dog, Sam HOUSER, over at Rockstar, is some ideas that he had written down for GTA Next, which I mentioned a few moments ago in the other document, being in pre-production or full production starting in 2013. So GTA Next, and this is what we have here on the screen, everything that was kind of written down, these ideas. And I want to clarify that these are most likely just ideas, kind of keywords. For instance, how I don't script my videos. I write down keywords and I expand on those. So that's essentially what this is, just like writing something down on a sticky note. So GTA Next, full production, 60 people plus 10 OS, full production team. Miami, what's new? So a lot of people speculate, what does what's new mean? Does that mean like what's new in Miami? What's going on there? Typically, because I see this as just ideas, he's writing down, we got Miami, obviously Vice City, but he's saying what's new? Like, hey, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while, man. When you pass somebody you haven't seen in a while, an old friend, you go, hey, man, what's new? So returning to Miami or Vice City essentially is how I'm taking that. Pretty sure that's what that means. Next up, we've got Small Town GTA. Tight stories, scheduled characters, ridiculous levels of ambience, every home interior modeled, every building enterable, more realism. If you're wanted, you're on the run for a while. So that's very interesting there. That actually coincides with a few leaks that we've gotten in late 2019 regarding interiors being very detailed, as well as the Take-Two interior scout for Miami wanting to scout business interiors, which is really interesting as well. Next up, we have Vegas 1970s Casino. So as we know, Las Venturas and GTA San Andreas is based on Las Vegas. Vegas in the 1970s would be the perfect setting for not a whole GTA, and we can argue about this all day and night, but basically when it comes to Las Venturas, that would be a great location for a GTA, but not a full GTA, only like going back in a certain part of the story mode. Vegas is just filled with casinos. I've been there in real life. That's all it is, casinos and pawn shops. So would you really want a Grand Theft Auto game where you just continually do casino heists? That's like pretty much all that would be going on there. But if Project Americas and that GTA 6 leaks turns out to be real, for instance, well, with that, the story might start out in the 70s, Las Venturas, work our way up to 80s Miami, and then real-time and current-day Miami, for instance. That would be interesting. But Vegas back in the 70s, the 60s, and 70s was overrun with, like, the mob, so it would be really cool to coincide with the mob and do certain missions and things like that, especially like dumping bodies in the desert. That would be really cool. So anyways, moving on, somewhere snowy, Chicago/Detroit. So when I think of this, I think of Carcer City, the location of Manhunt. the setting of that game, another very popular Rockstar series, which is very snowy. And Manhunt is actually based on different parts of like Chicago, Detroit, some New England states, Boston, I believe, and other places like that. So Carcer City would be very interesting to finally see in a GTA. And obviously, we're not talking about being the main setting. We're talking about all these locations being in one game. And lastly, Mexico City, which, like I said, that actually coincides with Project Americas, but this is from 2013, so obviously things can change. Mexico City, that could have been changed to Bogota. I know I probably said that wrong, but the capital city of Colombia and South America, like I said, all that kind of coincides with Project America, so only time will tell when it comes to that, but this is very interesting, especially in the wake of like Dan HOUSER leaving and just bringing up this old leak. I just thought it was interesting because, believe it or not, this was actually new to me. I didn't know about this, and it's kind of recently been brought back to the light by a YouTube channel called The GTA Expert, who recently made a video on this on February 3rd. So lastly, what I want to talk about is the Take-Two earnings call, which just happened recently within the last few days. And basically, we got some information regarding Rockstar Games, some future titles coming out within the next few years, as well as some word on Dan HOUSER leaving Rockstar Games. So essentially, Strauss Zelnick, the CEO of Take-Two Interactive, when they do the quarterly earnings calls, we get 4 of those a year. He said that we're going to receive some information very soon and in the coming months from some of our biggest developers. And when it comes to Take-Two, their biggest developer is Rockstar Games. We already know about 2K, which gets released annually, but I believe we're going to be seeing some information very soon regarding Rockstar Games and whatever titles they are working on. So he also went on to say that Take-Two development over the next few years is the most diverse in its history, with releases from the largest franchises. So to me, that just rings a bell. GTA, Rockstar Games being the biggest the biggest developer, with GTA being the largest franchise in like video game history. So while there wasn't like specific confirmation, obviously you do got to read between the lines on some of this. So hopefully, with Strauss alluding to the fact that we're going to get some information soon and in the coming months from major developers and franchises, that's going to be great. He also went on to say some good words about Dan HOUSER, implying that everything is good and he left on good terms, and that Sam HOUSER is going to be sticking around for a very, very long time, and he's not going anywhere. So very awesome to hear all of that stuff. With that said, that's actually this week in GTA 6 news, Rockstar Games news, and everything that we have. I figured we'd make this video to summarize everything and wrap it all up into one because it's been a very hectic week. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you learned something new, man, that would be awesome. Consider subscribing as well. That way you never miss out on some daily video gaming news, crazy retro videos, and things like that. If you do enjoy my content, I do appreciate you. So thank y'all for tuning in. I love you all. I better see you in the next video, and everybody, have a good weekend.